What's up, everybody? Once again, it is time for Funko News. This edition of Funko News was recorded on June 26, 2022. As usual, I'm starting off with the focus on figures that are available right now. This does include the Blacklight Nightmare Before Christmas figures, and do remember that they have a variant of Jack Skellington that is exclusive with Hot Topic. You see that pictured here in the upper left. The Britney Spears ringleader figure does have a chase variant, and at the time of this recording, that's actually listed on Funko.com. So if you order with them, you get a chance at the chase. Of course, you can order with another retailer, or you can look for that in stores as well. The Hanukkah figure you see here is exclusive with Hot Topic, but it's also available with Crunchyroll. Now remember, Funimation, they did have their own website, but now they are joined with Crunchyroll. So if you go to the Crunchyroll website, you can order this there and it will have a Funimation sticker, or you can check for it with Hot Topic. That's your choice if you're interested in that particular figure. And of course, the chase, he actually has a weapon there in his right hand. I did watch a little bit of this series. It's actually pretty funny, so I may get back to it and watch some more of that particular series. You also see here, and this is a common item, we have here the Green Lantern comic cover. I'm really not familiar with this particular Green Lantern, but that is a pretty cool looking cover there. You also see here Be Real as Dr. Green Thumb. Of course, Be Real being from Cypress Hill. That is another common item. I actually saw this in store with my own eyes very recently. Pretty cool figure. The Black Clover figures are starting to hit stores. I don't think these are necessarily widespread just yet, but they are starting to roll out. So do keep your eyes open if you don't want to do online orders for those figures. And then, of course, also the Peacemaker figures are starting to show up in stores. Now, me personally, I did pre-order the Flocked Eagerly. I'm waiting for that to arrive, and then I'll get some of the other figures. I don't know if I'll get all of them, but I definitely want a couple of them at least, because I really did enjoy the Peacemaker series. I'm actually hoping they do even more with it. Now moving forward here, I'm focusing mainly on Funko.com. So the Birthday Freddy did become available, and at the time of this recording, it is still available. Also, the clicker from The Last of Us is listed on Funko.com. People say that there's a difference between this one and the GameStop one. I'm still not really seeing the difference. So I guess I did actually go ahead and order the Funko.com one, even though I already had the GameStop one. I guess when it arrives, I will compare. And the reason I did order it, though, is because I have one. My GameStop one is out of box. So I wouldn't mind keeping one in box, especially if they're the same figure anyway. But I will take a close look at that and compare once it arrives. Now you also see here that this Stitch with Mini backpack, that's a Loungefly product, the actual backpack itself, of course, this did sell out. I'm not too surprised by that. You know, these combos have been very popular recently, so this was made available on Funko.com and Loungefly's website. It sold out on both websites. I don't know if there's any chance of a restock with that. If you were able to land that one, then definitely let me know if you had some luck with that, basically. I do want to point out, like I always do, you all, especially if you're a new collector, make sure you take the time to check out Funko.com to see what they have available. They have a lot of store exclusives listed on there. Some previous Funko.com exclusives are still available. So something that you might be having some trouble tracking down could be available on Funko.com. Just make sure you take the time to check that out. And I would say, especially if you're a Marvel fan, they have added a lot more Marvel Funko Pops on that site. So do check it out. Focusing on Star Wars here for a moment, you see that there is this holiday themed advent calendar that is coming soon, but was actually already found by Top Pops in Canada. So I'm not sure, what's going on with the release for the United States necessarily. We just know it's on the way soon here. Now, if you don't want to be spoiled at all, then I am going to give a heads up before I show the contents of this calendar towards the end of this video. Now, obviously on the packaging, it does show you a couple of figures, but other than that, I know some people like to try to avoid the spoilers. So like I said, I'll give you a heads up about that towards the end of the video, and then I will show the full contents for those of you that don't mind seeing. And I know for some people, you may base your purchasing decision on whether or not you like all of the figures that are included. So again, there will be a spoiler alert for that later on. You also see here there's going to be this Boba Fett Pop in tea set, which right now it looks like it's going to be a common item. There is not a sticker on it necessarily that says exclusive. So when I learn more about this, though, of course, this release, I will let you all know about it, and I will confirm whether or not it is common. To the right here, you see these figures, of course, based on the Obi-Wan series. They have this very nice Funko.com exclusive Obi-Wan. I really like the look of that, him with the hood up there. And then also you see this Pop tee, which I think is pretty cool. It's like a grudge match t-shirt of Obi-Wan versus Darth Vader, which is pretty awesome. I definitely want to hear from you all. What do you think about the Obi-Wan series? Did you enjoy this series? Or like me, were you kind of bothered by some of the things that just weren't quite logical within the series? yeah, there were some things that really stood out to me, and it kind of took some of the fun out of it. I did still like the finale though. I liked a lot of the imagery in the finale especially. And you see here these pops that we've already seen, these common figures, you can buy them together in a 5-pack with Walmart if you're interested in those figures and you haven't already picked them up or already ordered them. Again, Walmart is going to have that exclusive 5-pack. But yeah, let me know your thoughts about the series. And I would say, based on the finale, and I'm not going to completely spoil it, I'll just say based on the finale, there should be, I think, another Darth Vader pop on the way. And if Funko decides to do that, I might add it to my collection because I thought it was a really cool image, probably the best image in the series. So I'm looking forward to see what else Funko decides to do with Obi-Wan, and I'm looking forward to reading your comments. You know, let me know what you thought about the series. And for those of you that like to read other people's comments, just be careful about that because some people may get into some spoilers. Focusing on Marvel now, remember that Amazon is building up this set of the Sinister Six, and now they have revealed Mysterio. I'm a big fan of Mysterio, so even if I wasn't going for the whole set, I would still get this particular figure. I think I am going to end up putting that whole set together, though I think it will look pretty awesome in the long run. But yeah, Mysterio is available for pre-order, and he will release as of November 6th. Also, you see here that Hercules is on the way, and I've never read a Marvel storyline that actually featured Hercules, but I do like the design of this figure. I will add this to my collection. Right now though, the US retailer is not confirmed, so we'll have to wait and see exactly where he's going to be available at. You see here also this character Najma from Miss Marvel. I think that's how you say her name. Forgive me if I mispronounced it there. But yeah, this particular character is a common pop, so you can pre-order her with various retailers. And I definitely want to hear from you if you are following the Miss Marvel series. What do you think of it so far? If you're following the series, you know that this character here is pretty important. I'm enjoying the series overall. I'm very curious to see where it's going to go. So yeah, I'm a big fan of Miss Marvel, and I wish that more people would give the show a chance and check it out. I hear that the viewership is not impressive right now, but you know, that could change in the long run. We'll see what happens with it. But again, yeah, let me know what you think about the series if you are watching it. You see here Lady Loki, which I did share with you all previously. We know for sure now that she is a Pop in a Box exclusive, which is going to release on Friday, July 15th at noon Eastern Standard Time. And yes, that's another figure that I definitely want to add to my collection. I feel like I've been picking up a lot of Marvel figures recently. Now, one set I'm not so concerned about is the Guardian ship. It's just not really doing it for me personally, but this is Walmart exclusive, and they have revealed Rocket now as well, and he should release as of October. This set is actually some of the figures I think are already starting to show up. At least Star-Lord, I feel like I've seen on social media, has been showing up in Walmart locations. So these figures will be, you know, rolling out here pretty soon. Be on the lookout for them. But yeah, that Rocket figure, you can actually pre-order it on the website if you are really interested in it, especially if you plan on putting the whole set together. The Sanderson Sisters, I Put a Spell on You, is a Spirit Halloween exclusive. You see it there in the bottom left. You can actually go ahead and order that right now if you are interested in it. Last time I checked, it is still up on their website. You see here, of course, Woody from Toy Story, his Pop and Tea set that is on the way. The US retailer is not known at this time. I will try to come back to this one and give you all an update. I do like the paint job on that one. It appears to be a metallic paint job. Pretty cool looking version of Woody there. So yeah, I will come back to that when I learn more. Now this character here, Katara, I guess is how you say her name. She has this glow-in-the-dark figure, which, and of course she's a character from Avatar. This is available with some small online retailers at this point, and I think more retailers are probably going to pick this up in the very near future. So this one I don't think will be difficult to track down if you are very much interested in it. Now remember, Anime Expo is coming up very soon as of July 1st, and around that time, these exclusives that you see here should be available, shared with Hot Topic and or a box lunch. So do be on the lookout for them. Of course, there's a Hunter x Hunter exclusive and a My Hero Academia exclusive as well. And at the actual convention, if you are able to go out there, there's going to be some other exclusives, but I think most of them are going to be previously released exclusives that will be made available. There are some more NHL pops on the way, and I'm not an NHL fan, so of course I really can't say too much about these particular pops here. I just will point out that the majority of these are common figures, and you can go ahead and get some pre-orders in right now if you are interested. Focusing now on Pop Rocks, you see that BTS has another set on the way, and like previously, you know, you can get them individually or you can get them all together in a 7-pack, which is going to be a Walmart exclusive. Alice Cooper's Welcome to My Nightmare Pop album is on the way as well. I think that is a pretty cool looking pop album there. Now, Big Apple Collectibles, they're getting an exclusive diamond variant of Freddie Mercury. And I would just say, you know, check some reviews and everything on Big Apple Collectibles if you've not ordered with them before. Some people are very cautious when it comes to ordering with them. So I just want to put that out there for you all, and you can make your own purchasing decision when it comes down to it. You see here that Walmart is going to get the exclusive 4-pack of Queen. Now, those pops are commons that released previously, but if you did not pick those up and you want to have them all together, then again, that 4-pack is going to be with Walmart. Also, this is very cool with Queen. You see here that they have a Flash Gordon pop album, and it comes with that very awesome looking Freddie Mercury. I think that is a very cool item. That is a common item as well that you can pre-order with various retailers. And the same goes for Rob Halford of Judas Priest fame. His pop also is a common that you can get a pre-order in pretty easily with various retailers right now. I don't follow Judas Priest. I don't really listen to their music. I'm sure if I heard some of their songs, I would recognize them, you know, just because they're so big in pop culture. But even though I don't follow them, I do recognize this image of him in that particular outfit. It seems very iconic. So I'm sure some people are happy that that pop has been produced. Now, if you're a Funko Soda fan, hopefully you've been getting some orders in, because some of these figures are pre-selling out pretty quickly, but it depends on which websites you go to though. If you really are interested in these, I think you can hunt down most of these figures still. So you see that they have on the way Hawkman, Vision, Mr. Jelly Belly, Ochako, Flash Gordon, him, of course, from Power Girls, an astronaut, Homer Simpson, and Vanellope as well. So a very, pretty interesting variety here. I think the Homer Simpson is going to be very popular. Ochako, I think, is going to be very popular as well. There are some very cool ones here, and of course, all of these have chase variants to them. So again, I'll say, if you're interested in these and you go to a website and they don't have them, just keep hunting them down. You can find some retailers that will have these available. I think the only one I have not seen listed just yet is Vanellope, but these other ones, like I said, you should be able to track them down if you really want them. Now, moving on here, we have these House of the Dragon figures, and I'm so curious to hear from Game of Thrones fans. Are you actually hyped about all the plans that they have for more series based on, that property, or are you kind of soured still on it based off the way the series ended? Although I've seen some people that said they were satisfied with the way Game of Thrones ended. So yeah, I'm just very curious to where collectors' minds are right now. Are you actually going to go for these figures, and what do you feel about the series that are coming up? But yeah, these House of the Dragon, Day of the Dragon figures, most of them are commons. Of course, you can pre-order them with various retailers, and yeah, I'm just very curious about people's opinions on these. I do think the dragon looks cool, but I feel like some people might be very apprehensive now about what the plans are moving forward with this property. All right, you all, so in the last Funko news, I did mention Fun Days and I did mention the box of fun. So these are just some more quick details. Again, remember that the Fun Days event does take place during SDCC, which runs from July 21st through July 24th. So the Fun Days event, by now, people that are going to go to it, I believe, should have purchased their tickets already. And the theme is Blacklight Battle. This had been rumored previously that there was going to be a lot of focus on blacklight paint jobs because they've been so popular. So yeah, this should not be a surprise here. Remember, again, that the Funkoville SDCC exclusives, I shared a lot of that information in the last video, so you can go back and check out that last video if you are interested. I will touch on them a bit more in just a moment here. But with the Fun Days, remember, we don't have all of the details right now, but we do get an idea of what the different teams are going to be and what their mascots are going to look like. So we have the Pop Protectors, Proto Robos, Killer Crowns, and Blacklight Bandits. Just based off of the silhouettes, I'm already kind of interested in Pop Protectors. I'm assuming that that's probably like a lion going on there, the way the shape of the head and everything, and it having the crown seems like it would be a lion basically. So I'm definitely interested in that because I am a Leo. And then the Killer Crowns as well, just because I like, clown pops basically. So I'm interested to see the full reveal of these particular figures, and once I have those full reveals, of course I will share that in a future Funko news. Remember, we're still waiting for more details about how to purchase the box of fun. And remember, in the box of fun, you get a mascot, just one of the mascot pops, and then you will get some other figures as well, especially focusing on Freddy Funko, the company's mascot, in different outfits and dressed up like different characters. Again, when I learn more, I'll share that with you. And if you're new to collecting Funko, you might want to go out, like maybe check some like YouTube videos on the previous box of fun and see what's out there, or maybe even go to like Mercari and eBay and just look and see, like just search Funko Box of Fun and see some of the previous figures that have been available in those boxes that might be of interest to you. Now, one more figure that will be available along with the Funkoville SDCC releases is this variant of Alicent from House of the Dragon. So this figure is actually going to be shared with Amazon. And remember, the release date for these figures is July 21st. July 21st. That is when the shared retailer figures will be available, but also the releases on Funko.com as well. Again, July 21st. Now, we don't know exactly what times of day just yet these figures are going to drop. As far as shared retailers are concerned, it could be pretty random. Funko more than likely will let us know the specific time at least a couple of days before July 21st, basically. So just be patient on that. Of course, I will share all the details that I can. I've seen some people ask, I'm assuming they're new collectors, ask in the comments, will the figures be in stores as well? Yes, if the retailer actually has a brick and mortar store, then yes, they should have them in store as well. That's not always a guarantee though, because some retailers may not get them at all, and then you might have some locations where they get them, but they may not have them as of the 21st. So you just kind of have to stay on your toes. And of course, you can check with your local retailers as well, you know, about when they open that day and whether or not they think they're going to get the figures in store. You can check with them. Don't hound them necessarily, but you know, just check with them one time to see if they have any details about what is going on with these particular releases. All right, y'all, so we are going to get into the rumor mill here. There are a good number of rumors to share. As always, though, you know, some of these things will pan out, some of them may not pan out. Just do keep that in mind. All right, for starters here, we're going to focus on the possible Festival of Fun releases for this particular year. And of course, Festival of Fun, these would be holiday themed figures. So as far as the DC gingerbread figures are concerned, we could see Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, The Flash, and Aquaman. And of course, Funko has already done this with Marvel, so it's no surprise to see some gingerbread DC figures. We also have here from Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, we could see some updated figures, some new figures. And I'm not sure if some of these have not been done before previously or not. I'm not sure all the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer figures that have already been produced. I know there are some vaulted ones that are valuable, but this would be a new set. So you see that we could see Charlie in the Box, Hermie, Santa, Flocked Bumble, of course Rudolph himself, and a Diamond Sam the Snowman. Now, as far as Pop Rocks is concerned, relating to the Festival of Fun, we could see an Elvis Christmas album and then also a Mariah Carey Christmas album. I think both of those are very likely to happen. As far as Mickey and Friends is concerned, we could see a Holiday Pluto, a Holiday Goofy, a Gingerbread Minnie, and a Gingerbread Santa Mickey. Now with Star Wars, we could see a series of snowmen, and based on that advent calendar, we may have already seen some of the designs, but we could see Boba Fett, C-3PO, R2-D2, Stormtrooper, and Darth Vader, again, all of them as snowmen. With Guardians of the Galaxy, they had that holiday special on the way, and we could see some pops based on it, including Star-Lord, Drax, Groot, Mantis, and Rocket at least. As far as advent calendars are concerned, we could see a holiday one focusing on Harry Potter, a Marvel one, we already know the Star Wars one is legit, and then also a Disney one. With Coca-Cola, we could see a new polar bear. Of course, they've already done it previously, but we could see a new polar bear, and we could also see Santa as well, the Coca-Cola Santa. And then with Harry Potter, we could see a Christmas pop and tea set. So again, these are all the possibilities for the Festival of Fun. All right, moving ahead here to the other rumors, and these are more general rumors here, not surrounding a specific event necessarily, other than we could see the reveal of the Spider-Man No Way Home Wave 2 figures during Fun Days. Now with the Fun Days event, Funko does tend to have a couple of reveals, not a ton of reveals necessarily, but they do have some reveals. So yeah, we could see the No Way Home figures revealed during that time. Also, as far as Marvel is concerned, we could see a 10-inch Wolverine and Sentinel. It has the names joined together, so I'm assuming that there would be like a mini Wolverine to kind of give the scale of the Sentinel, but we'll see what happens with that. We could also see a glow-in-the-dark 616 Mysterio and a Stan Lee comic cover, and I'd be very interested to see which comic, which particular comic they go with for that. As far as DC is concerned, we could see an Aquaman comic cover. With the Book of Boba Fett, it seems like we could get a full new wave of figures. I don't really think that's a big surprise. And it seems like we could get Mando with pouch, Cad Bane, a new Grogu, that would be Grogu with armor, and a couple of other figures here as well. I mentioned previously that Lucifer, the series Lucifer, seems like it's going to get a couple more figures. There is a new Wednesday Addams series on the way with Netflix, and we should get a couple of pops based on that. I'm very interested to see how that turns out. With Disney, we could see a Fantasia movie poster, a Snow White movie poster, Walt Disney with drawing. Of course, there's a very iconic photograph of him drawing Mickey Mouse, so that's what we could get. We could also get some Disney classic pocket pops. This would be various characters and their kind of classic designs, and also a Santa Mickey t-shirt. With Tweety's 80th anniversary, we could get at least 2 different versions of Tweety, Tweety in Nest and Tweety with binoculars. Castlevania, which I think is a really awesome Netflix series. If you're really into anime and you like the Castlevania game series, I think it's worth a watch. It's a really good series, but we could get another wave of figures based on that particular series, and I'm really hopeful that that does pan out. I would definitely go for those. I mentioned previously that Dead by Daylight seems like it could be getting a full wave of figures. I did share some rumors previously about it, and 2 of the characters that could be included in the mix are Huntress and the Doctor. Warhammer 40k, I guess is how you say it, or Warhammer 40,000. I'm sorry, I'm not familiar with the series, but it seems like we could get at least 2 figures based on that particular series, a Necron Warrior and also a Chaos Space Marine. With Pop Rocks, there's definitely a lot interesting here. We could get some Beastie Boys pops, and also a pop album, and at least 1 gold figure. I wouldn't be surprised if they do all the members, but we'll see what happens with that. But yeah, there should be a lot on the way with Beastie Boys if this pans out to be true. We could see some Gorillaz pops albums, which I know people have really been waiting on that to happen. We'll see what happens with it again. We could see a 5-pack for The Cure, a Shakira pop album, a Super Bowl Michael Jackson, which would be pretty interesting. Remember, I've shared some other rumored Michael Jackson figures on the way as well. We'll see what happens, though. I keep saying that, I keep stressing that, we'll have to wait and see exactly what happens. Nothing is guaranteed here. A YouTube pop album, I've shared that rumor previously. I just wanted to put that back out there. Janis Joplin, we could see her as a pop, an Elvis Presley t-shirt, and then I'm not even sure how to say this artist's name. Forgive me, Rosalia, I think is her name there. We could see a pop based on her as well. With the WWE, I think this is pretty interesting. We could see Rhea Ripley. Forgive me if I mispronounced her name. Again, I'm not familiar with every single character and every single person that Funko produces a pop for. I just do my best with the names here. We could see a 1996 version of The Rock. We could see Ricky Steamboat, which is pretty cool. And I think this is very interesting. Bret Hart versus Shawn Michaels, a pop moment. Now, if you're a big wrestling fan, especially a long-time wrestling fan, then I think that would kind of, catch your attention there. That's very interesting. Again, Bret Hart versus Shawn Michaels, and I think we know what it would have to be referring to, which particular match. So that is very interesting. We could see a couple of ESPN announcers getting their own figures. I mentioned previously some of these Demon Slayer rumors. I just wanted to make sure I put this up on the screen again. You can read that for yourself there. And then another anime I'm not familiar with, Mob Psycho 100, seems like it could get some figures. So yeah, if you know anything about that anime, you could fill me in a little bit. I've never heard of that before previously. But yeah, these rumors, I really hope that the majority of this at least pans out, because I think there are some pretty exciting things here in the mix. Alright, you all, this is the spoiler alert that I mentioned earlier. If you do not want to see the contents of these advent calendars, please make sure you go ahead and tune out of the video. So I'm going to show all of the figures that come in the Nightmare Before Christmas Blacklight advent calendar, and then also the holiday Star Wars advent calendar. I'll go ahead and show those figures as well. So if you do not want to be spoiled on these, please make sure you go ahead and tune out of the video right now. Alright, you all, I'm just gonna leave this for a moment here so you can kind of look it over at the figures that are available. Now, as far as the Nightmare Before Christmas is concerned, I really don't think there are any surprises there. There are only so many characters that really get produced as far as figures are concerned. So I do think the glow on them does look pretty awesome though. Now, as far as the Star Wars are concerned, I did want to point out that it looks like there's a Darth Vader snowman here twice, but I think one of them is supposed to be a diamond variant, so it would have a glitter paint job to it, so that would be the difference there. But yeah, you know, if you're going to share any thoughts about these figures in the comments, please make sure you give a spoiler warning for people that did decide to tune out of the video. But I would be interested, you know, to hear your thoughts about these. I've never purchased an advent calendar myself. I really don't know if it's something I would go for. It would have to take something I'm very strongly interested in to go for. I do like Nightmare Before Christmas, but not necessarily enough to buy the calendar. But I still want to hear your opinions about these. All right, you all, that is going to do it for this edition of Funko News. As always, I hope that you got something out of it. I look forward to reading your comments. If you've not done so already, please make sure that you drop a like on the video. That's a very easy way to show support. Also share the video if you think it's going to help out other collectors. And I want to hear from you all, not just you know, about the questions that I asked here, but in general, you know, how's your collection going lately? I've been seeing new things hitting the stores. I did try to cover most of those early on and in the last Funko News video, but in my opinion, it seems like a good time to get out there and hunt, excluding gas prices, of course. But yeah, it is awesome that there are a lot more things to see in stores right now. So definitely let me know how hunting is going for you personally. Again, thank you all so much for taking the time to check this out, and I will talk to you all again real soon.